What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Manchester United are back in action in the Europa League semi-final first leg up against Athletic Club Bilbao at the San Mamés Stadium away from home. 8 p.m. kickoff tomorrow, and manager is Ernesto Valverde. So Valverde has managed a number of clubs in his managerial career. Most notably, he was manager of Barcelona from May 2017 to January 2020, but he has managed Athletic Club Bilbao for the third time. This is his third spell in charge. He previously managed them in June 2003 to June 2005, and then again in June 2013 to May 2017, and now he took over Athletic Bilbao in June 2022 and up until now. So he has been manager. So this is his third spell managing the club. In his third spell, he's managed them for 139 games. He's won 69, drawn 37, lost 33, and he's got a win percentage of 49.64. So in terms of some insights for the match, let's get into that right now. So some insights for the match. This is the first European meeting between Athletic Club and Manchester United since the 2011-12 UEFA Europa League last 16 under Marco Bielsa, and unfortunately at the time Athletic won both legs 3-2 away and 2-1 at home, and eventually reached that season's final. Manchester United have lost three out of 4 European matches against Athletic Club, with their one win coming back in February 1957 in the second leg of that season's European Cup quarter-final, a 3-0 victory at Old Trafford, which took them into the semi-final 6-5 on aggregate. Athletic Club have reached their third European semi-final, and they progressed from the previous two in 1976-77 against Molenbeek in the UEFA Cup, and in 2011-12 against Sporting in the UEFA Europa League. Manchester United are the only side still unbeaten in this season's UEFA Europa League, winning 7 and drawing 5. Their 12 games without defeat, and their 12 games without defeat are the longest in the major European competition, since going 15 in a row between November 2016 and October 2017. And Athletic Club have won all 6 of their home UEFA Europa League matches this season at the San Mamés, which is not good for United, of course. The last side to win 7 home games in one campaign was Ajax in 2016-17 season. So there's some insights for you. So in terms of recent form for Athletic Club, they are coming away with a win against Las Palmas. This was last week. They won against Las Palmas. They did lose to Real Madrid, but they did have to beat Rangers in the UEFA Europa League quarter-finals to actually meet Manchester United. So they actually drew with Rangers away from home, but they beat Rangers 2-0 at home to progress 2-0 on aggregate. They of course beat Rayo Vallecano 3-1 as well before that, and they did get a draw in La Liga against Villarreal, and Osasuna as well, they drew against them. So they are currently sitting 4th in La Liga with 33 games played, 5 more left. They sit with 60 points, and they are 5 points ahead of Villarreal, so they are looking to qualify for the Champions League. So in terms of their recent league form, in their past 5 games, they've won 2, drawn 2, and lost 1. So in terms of how they're going to line up, I'll put the lineup for you now. This is how I think they're going to line up. So in terms of Athletic Club, obviously their lineup: Simon in net, DeMarcos, Vivian, Alvarez, and Becirci making up the back 4. De Galarreta and Juager, I don't know how to say this man's name, but this other man in central midfield, and then front 3 of Williams, Canales, and Williams as well on the other side, and then Gorazeta up front. So that's how I think they're going to line up. They could make some couple changes, but this is my predicted lineup for them. So in terms of how they like to build up, Athletic Club tactically rotate between a 4-3-3, very dynamic, very fluid, sometimes look like a 4-2-4 when pressing as well, or a standard 4-2-3-1 structure as well. In the build-up, Valverde primarily sets his team up in a 4-3-3 with a back 4, 1 number 6, 2 number 8, and a front 3 as well. Most of the time, however, Bilbao will rotate into a dynamic and fluid 4-2-4 structure instead of staying in that 4-3-3, and this shift occurs as the team pushes forward, with one central midfielder, usually Oyhan Sanket advancing into a more advancing role, more attacking role, and the wingers playing higher up alongside the striker. This tactical rotation adds unpredictability to Bilbao's offensive play as it opens up more options in the final third and stretches the opposition's defence. So obviously they're looking to score goals. That's what they're trying to do, and they are very, very unpredictable. They create options for each other in the final third. Their attacking structure stretches opposition defences, and they are a very hard to manage front four. So that front four is going to be difficult for Manchester United to manage. And also in the build-up phase, you will probably see one of the fullbacks invert in the build-up while the other one tends to tuck in. Opposition response to this can be mixed, and sometimes that opens up a passing lane for one of the Bilbao centre-backs straight through to one of the wingers as well. They also deploy a high line. The defenders will push up very high to help the counter press into midfield. The more they do that, the more they squeeze the opposition and make it difficult for the opposition to play out. So obviously attacking with possession, they are very direct and vertical. Wing focus attacks as well, heavy use of the flanks, particularly via overlapping fullbacks like DeMarcos and the wingers. Crosses are key. A key attacking tool as well, often targeting runners into the box. Midfield support and second balls as well. Central midfielders support from deeper positions, often focusing on recycling possession and recovering second balls as well. So high tempo and physicality. Athletic relies on a high energy movement, sharp pressing sequences, and a physical presence to unbalance defensive blocks as well. Attacks often come in quick waves rather than sustained slow build-ups as well. So in the final third, they're going to be looking to use the overlaps, underlaps as well. When the winger receives the ball out wide, he will attract the opposition fullback, and this opens up space between the fullback and the centre-back, which allows the number 8 to make underlapping runs into the space as well. Many players in the box as well, that's what they like to use as well. So in terms of defending without possession, Athletic Club's base formation when defending is a 4-4-2 formation, and they look to set up in a mid-block as well. So they always trying to close the centre of the pitch and force the opposition out wide as well. This is to obviously to prevent his team from becoming too slow when defending. Valverde wants his team to squeeze the pitch. This means constantly pushing the team as high as possible as well. Valverde also wants to press the opposition high up the pitch as well. Their structure will depend on the opposition, but they primarily press in their standard 4-4-2 formation as well. Defending without possession as well, high press and intensity. The team is aggressive in their pressing, especially immediately after losing the ball. The forwards press defenders while midfielders quickly close down passing lanes as well. Compact 4-4-2 or a 4-2-3-1 shape. When not pressing, they fall into a compact mid-block, maintaining strong vertical and horizontal spacing. Wide midfielders to track back diligently to form a solid defensive line. Man-oriented marking in midfield as well. So Athletic often adopts a man-oriented press in midfield, making it hard for opponents to build through the centre, and defensive transitions as well. They are quick to regroup defensively with emphasis on recovering shape and applying physical pressure to disrupt counters as well. In terms of their star man, I think I'm going to have to go with Nico Williams. He's the most creative player in this side. He's very, very dangerous. He's a 1-2 you have to look out for. Very dangerous in and around the box, and I do remember his performance against England in the UEFA. In the Euros, in the Euro final, he was very good against England as well. Of course, we're not going to forget Yamin Yamal as well. But of course, Nico Williams, he's probably going to be the one for us to look out for. So yeah, that's Athletic Club Bilbao for you. In terms of Manchester United, we are coming away with a 1-1 draw against Bournemouth, which we were lucky to get. Before that, we did beat we lost to Wolves 1-0 at home, unfortunately. But before that, our last win was a 5-4 against Lyon at home. So in terms of United's team news, that I think before I talk about the team news, I think a lot has been made of that draw against Bournemouth. How it was like one of our worst performances of the season. I don't really believe that our worst ever performances. I don't think we were that bad against Bournemouth. We had a good couple of shots as well. We were attacking well, but of course I think Bournemouth defended really, really well with 10 men, and I think the least we deserved was a point. And I think the reaction after the Bournemouth game was a little bit overwhelming. I think it was a little bit of an overreaction in my opinion. With the least we deserved was a point, and we did get a point in the end as well. So in terms of United's team news, Dalot, Martinez, Evans, Xerxes and Collier are all out. Amad Diallo and De Ligt could be on the bench as they are looking to regain match fitness. Amad Diallo, hopefully we see a return to him before the season is out. He could play a key in our Europa League campaign against Athletic Club. So this is my United team that I've gone with. Onana and net, of course, Euro, Maguire and Shaw making up the back three because Dalot is out injured. So hopefully Shaw hopefully Shaw comes in. I think he was decent against Bournemouth. I know a lot of people said that he was poor, but I felt like as if he was okay. And then Mazraoui, Casemiro, Ugarte, Dogo making up the four in midfield. Then Garnacho, Bruno and Højlund up front. I've said a lot about this front three of Garnacho, Bruno and Højlund, how it's not good enough, how we need to improve, how we need an entirely new front three. But these are the only players that I can go for because everyone else is injured. Obviously, Rashford's out on loan, Anthony's out on loan, Ahmad is injured, and then Xerxes injured as well, and then Mount, of course, is the only one that you could possibly put in for maybe Garnacho or something. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Mount start either, but because I think Garnacho is slightly better coming off the bench. So in terms of United star man, gonna have to say it's Bruno Fernandes, of course. He creates the most chances for us. We rely on him the most as well. So in terms of how do you beat Athletic Club Bilbao, obviously beat the press with structured build-up play. I think use a double pivot, Casemiro and Ugarte, to help circulate possession under pressure. Split the centre-backs wide, drop a midfielder, obviously. Maybe create a 3v2 situation in the first build-up phase, or a 4v3, depending on... obviously, we've got... we could have a 4v3 if we drop a central midfielder into the back three, making it a 4. Avoid central congestion as well. Move the ball quickly through the flanks to bypass Athletics' man-oriented pressing traps. Exploit space behind Athletics fullbacks as well. Athletic Club's fullbacks, especially on the overlaps, often leave space behind when attacking. Use pacey players like Garnacho to exploit the space in transition. Long diagonal switches or early through balls into the channels can stretch Athletics defence. Control midfield and win second balls, of course. Athletic relies heavily on second balls after long passes or high pressing. United must deploy physical reactive midfielders to break up play, win duels and immediately play forward or recycle safely as well. Target slow recovery defenders. Centre-backs like Vivian or Paredes can struggle against quick movement and sharp passing. Use a mobile striker like Højlund who can drag defenders wide or drop deep, creating gaps. Quick 1-2s and cutbacks from wide areas will be effective inside the box as well. Compact block defensively, then break quickly. When defending, United should stay compact in a 3-4-3 mid-block, forcing Athletic wide where crosses can be dealt with. Upon recovering the ball, break fast through central runners like Fernandes or Mount or Garnacho and exploit Athletics' vulnerability in defensive transition. So that's how I think you beat Athletic Club. In terms of my score prediction, I would take a draw, honestly, and then I think we can beat them at Old Trafford. But this is our saving grace for the season. Hopefully we can come away with the win. A win would be absolutely great for us. Not only have we not won since the Lyon game, but of course it would put us in a fantastic position to progress into the final of the Europa League and then hopefully win that, and then we get Champions League football, which is the main goal, of course. But I think it's going to be a tough game. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I think Athletic Club are going to score. I don't think we're going to keep them out. I think they're going to score at home, and I think Nico Williams is going to score one. I think he's going to score both of the goals for Athletic Club, I think. And then I think for United, I think hopefully Bruno Fernandes scores a goal, and then hopefully Højlund scores a goal as well. Hopefully Højlund can start picking up some goals like he did against Bournemouth. He has been in a shocking run of form, especially in the Premier League, but he has looked all right in Europe since he signed for us. But so hopefully he can get a goal for us. I think a draw would be a really, really good result for us tomorrow. Personally, if you were to ask me, would I take a draw right now? And yes, of course I'd take a draw right now, because I think get them back at Old Trafford and then basically you win at Old Trafford to progress to the final. I think you'll take that any day. Anyway, hopefully I'm proven wrong. Hopefully we do come away with the win. Anyway, if you enjoyed this preview, leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll catch you after the match.